Hello, I'm Father Michael Kapperman, the parochial vicar here at Sacred Heart, and this is the second part of our four-part series unpacking the USCCB document, Forming Consciences for Faithful Citizenship. And in the last video that we produced, we wrestled with the question of why does the Church teach about issues affecting public policy? In this video, we are addressing the question, who in the Church should participate in public life? Now, in order to address this question of who in the Church should participate in public life, we must go back to last video's question of why does the Church teach about issues affecting public policy? In the last video, we understood that the reason why the Church teaches about public policy is because Christ came to redeem all relationships, not only the micro relationships with those closest to us, but all relationships, even relationships with our own country. And so Christ's mission was to redeem all things. All things in Christ are reconciled. All things in Christ find redemption. Now the question is, why were we baptized? Into what are we baptized? We are baptized into Christ's mission. Now, if I'm baptized into Christ's mission, and Christ's mission is to redeem all things, then by virtue of my baptism, I am called to help Christ redeem all things. That I'm called to be an instrument of Christ redeeming all things. So the answer to the question of who in the Church should participate in public life, it's all the baptized. All the baptized are called to participate in redeeming even public policy. Just like all the baptized are called to share the charity of Christ, share the very heart of Christ with their neighbor, to love God with the heart of Christ, all the baptized are also called to participate in public life, to participate in redeeming public life. Now, that being said, we each have our own call in this mission of redeeming public policy. Just like each of us has our own vocation, some are called to the priesthood, some are called to religious life, and some are called to married life, so each person is called to participate in public life according to their own vocation. Now, what does this look like? What are the different roles in how the Church participates in public life? Well, the first is to start off with the bishops. The bishops, who are descendants of the apostles, are the ones that hand on the faith. They're the ones who have been entrusted the task of teaching the faith. And so the role of the bishops with regards to participating in public life is to help teach the Church what are the principles by which we vote, by which we engage in public life. Hence the USCCB document that we are unpacking. This is a fruit of the bishop's teaching ministry. Now, ordained clergy, such as priests and deacons, partake in the bishop's office of teaching by virtue of their own ordination. Now, and then the lay leaders of our parishes, the religious who are involved in teaching these principles, they also participate in the bishop's role of teaching the principles by which we are to engage in public policy. So the bishops and those that help them are in charge with teaching public policy. But the USCCB document also says the laity, the people of God who are in the lay state, are the ones who are entrusted the task of running the political life, of running for office, of being involved in city council, of praying for the redemption of all things in Christ. Each baptized has their own particular role in engagement with political life. And so for the lay people who are listening to this video, have you considered the ways that you might participate in public life? Maybe joining the school board, or joining a city council, or running for state government. It's proper to the lay state to be able to be actively involved with political life. And the lay faithful who are actively involved are supported by the bishops, are supported by the priests and deacons and lay leaders and religious who help teach and hand on the principles of our Catholic faith. Notice that the role here is not to support a particular political party. It's not meant to be partisan. Our role of participating in public life flows from the mission of Christ. It's from the mission of Christ that I partake in public life. It's from the mission of Christ, who desires all things to find redemption. And so, who in the church should participate in public policy, in public life? All the baptized, according to their state in life. And so this concludes the second video of our 4-part video series unpacking the USCCB document, Forming Consciences for Faithful Citizenship. I encourage you to continue reading this document, to continue to unpack it, to discuss it with your friends and family. That this video series is only meant to be an aid to your reading. And then on October 18th from 4 to 5 p.m., we will have an open discussion, a chance just to ask questions, a chance to try to understand this document and how the bishops are leading us into partaking in Christ's mission of redeeming all things.